Yeah, Buffett. So if there's one thing we do here at Dopest album covers, the African Design League, we respect the occasion. So at number two in the top five Dopest Kwaito album covers, we got to see a theme in Kwaito. We've got two album covers actually at number two, but they took us back to a time when we got to see a time where Ikwaito was slowly evolving from street culture, and a lot of, we saw at number five from more trompees, we were running the streets, and yes, Ikwaito was still built in that, but a lot of the guys who had run Ikwaito were now evolving into bosses. They were evolving into, they were running they were evolving to that next level within the game. And you are also seeing a time at which you're also seeing a time at which the gangsterism, is no longer just, we're no longer pickpocketing, we're now masterminding, we're now moving like the mafia. So the first album cover, I gotta send shout outs to Mapaput. In my opinion, definitely a former king of Ikwaito. Mapaputsi, Last Man Standing, 2004. That's when he popped off. Again, this was Mapaputsi's Njazami era. He was essentially, I'm not sure if it's in Njazami. Yeah, it's in Njazami is on this album, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. But you get to see that he's a wanted man. He's a wanted man. He's on the run. It mimicked those Western cowboy era films where this is the man who he's either a wanted man or he's a headhunter. He can play both those two roles. But Ukogile, he's dressed up for the occasion. He's looking at you. And if you even look at Mapa Put's progression, this was definitely a time at which he was experimenting a lot. And you can see this album cover speaks to that. We also need to send shout outs to just to as well how they worked the lighting as well. I really like that as well. But we gotta it's gotta be about the look. The fashion spoke a lot, Lana. He's dressed to the occasion. He's holding, it's a microphone. Mina bengithi ubambe a cigar, but it is what it is. That would be a bigger cigar if that was a cigar. But anyway, and then we move from Last Man Standing, and we go to you know what time it was. That you know what time it was. I don't know what the hell he was saying, but that's what it sounded like. My Willies, quite a graduation. I so Nyaboni theme la. I don't even know what to say about this because this is it's dripping with sauce. It's too much. My Willis is doing the most. He's giving Angazi what else you want. He's giving you everything here. He's giving you posture. He's giving you elegance. He's giving you a body typography with imeganjani with it's illustrious. This is I like this because it's a take. It's more of a take on gangsterism, but it's also it's fly. Corner there's that South African touch to it. Gune style. I don't know. In my opinion, everyone should sit like this. If you're serious about your life and you're not sitting like this, then I'm not taking you seriously. My Willie is quite a graduation again. Quite graduating, and that was the time. If you don't know who my Willies are, do your homework. But this is would love to know who worked on these again. So hit us up and let us know who showed up, who stepped up for the culture.